Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this game is Dragon Champions. I'm super excited about this because Dragon Champions came to me and said, hey, we like your channel, we like your content, and we would like it if you did a couple videos about our game. We think it's relevant to your subscriber base who mainly play mobile games and RPGs. Dragon Champions is a mobile RPG. They gave me full creative control. They said, make the videos you want to make, do the content you want to do, so I don't have to read any scripts or say anything I don't want to say. I get full control about the content I want to make, so I'm super excited to kind of dive in and kind of show you guys Dragon Champions. It's a game I used to play a while back, and now this is kind of a reason for me to kind of dive back in, see what's changed, and give it kind of a refresher course here. I'm going to make sure and do these videos on days where I double upload. That way you're still getting the normal content that you come to my channel for, but this will be above and beyond, something you can kind of check out if you're looking for something to kind of play, if you're stuck at home and you're looking for another game to kind of mess around on and see if you like. That is what this couple of videos will be for you. So it's going to be a 3-video series about Dragon Champions, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And if you do download the game and try it out, make sure to go up to the top right and click settings, then go down here, use promo code, and make sure to type in CHOFLY and you will get some free rewards. No reason not to. It's just free stuff for you for trying the game. I do believe it's only gonna work if you are under level 15, so like for newer players. So if you're already an advanced player, the promo code, I don't think it'll work for you, but as long as you're under level 15, like if you're somebody trying the game, this will give you free stuff, so why not put it in there? CHOFLY, promo code GG. So Dragon Champions is kind of a hero collector mobile RPG, and you acquire heroes based off of these summoning tokens, and when you get a certain amount of them, you're able to summon that champion. It's going to look like this. Once you can see that this freeze art is 2 out of 65. I already have him. That's to get him to the next star rank, but to acquire them first, you'll see down here, you'll see how this Tromgar is 60 out of 80, so I need 80 tokens to acquire the champion, and once I get there, it will switch to being a summon like this. So I can summon this here because I had enough tokens, and boom, it's very cheap to do so. You can summon, and that is kind of how you acquire your champions, and it shows you that, you know, what they're a part of: clans, Auric, Fighter, Warrior, Gladiator. So you can kind of keep track of exactly what you're acquiring, and that's how the acquiring works. It's a little bit different than like a shard opening mechanic. It's kind of like, it's a little bit more consistent and reliable in terms of being able to acquire your champions, and the game does throw some pretty good offers at you on a consistent basis that are fairly cheap. Now, one thing I will say about DC is, compared to other games in this genre, it seems pretty cheap to play. The prices aren't as savage. You know, you can play the game for pretty low prices and be able to kind of progress at a good pace and not have to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars. You're able to progress pretty cheaply, and they do a pretty good job of throwing good offers your way and letting you kind of, you know, stay in that lower price point in terms of enjoying the game. They also seem to do a pretty good job of throwing these kind of rewards at you, like daily quests, achievements, season quests. It seems like I'm always kind of going through and clicking on something I'm getting. So the resources definitely seem pretty abundant compared to most games of this genre. And let me back out and see if I can do any summoning here. Let me see. So go to chests. And okay, so yeah, here's some free chests. So this is what it kind of looks like your free chests and chests that you open. You get, you know, your coins, and then this is a hero summoning token. So that's kind of how you acquire your champions, getting a bunch of those, then you're able to summon it, and then getting more of them after that point is how you kind of level them up to the next star rank. So let's get our next free one here. Alrighty. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then this is gear. That's how you kind of like level up the power of your champions, obviously, putting gear on them and upgrading them that way. And also, why not go over some summoning, right? What would a video be like this without some summoning? So I can go into premium chest, and you can see here they've got a promotional offer on this thing going on. It's gonna cost me 2,700, but I get 3,000 coins for the first time I open 10. So basically getting this for free and then some. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do the times 10. And I'll kind of walk you through how the summoning works in this game. Okay, so boom. Those hero stones up there are for acquiring champions. And then everything below is like gear and other hero stones. And there's the bonus that it promised me for opening the 10. And then it kind of walks you through exactly on the screen what you were able to get out of those chests. So let me see if that enabled me and where it kind of lined up in terms of my summoning. So yeah, now I can actually acquire another champion because I summoned enough of the stones. So I can go into summoning, and I'll actually show you how this works on the hero screen. So yeah, remember, like I showed you previously, now I have another champion I can get because of those 10 chests. when you go to summon, it shows you the popularity, all their stats, their speed, crit chance, all the normal stuff, and you can kind of choose if you want to summon them, but why not? We're here to collect champions. That's what we're gonna do. And then you can kind of use your resources to level them up, gear them up, and all that. So this is like the books you acquired and stuff, so you can really level them up and push their XP that way. So why not? I'll show you how that works. Boom. And then the gear, you can actually, so you find this stuff like in the campaign and in quests and stuff, and when you get a full gear set, you can actually take it, scrap it to scratch, and it'll upgrade your power, and you start equipping the next tier. And that's what this does. You equip it all and upgrade. So it kind of skipped all those steps, all the steps of me going through here and equipping. And you know, on this account, I've already done a decent job of farming up some of the basic gear, so I can go through and equip all this and then upgrade. And what clicking on this button did that for me. And you want to kind of make sure that you're summoning different champions, you know, from a lot of different areas like order and clans and all that, because different quests and different areas of the game will want you to use different champions. So it's good to kind of diversify yourself and summon most of those champions when you have the opportunity, in my opinion. And I also definitely want to touch on the graphics for a little bit. The graphics are a good middle ground. I know there's usually two different kind of styles of graphics in games like this. It's either the dark, gothy, medieval, like Diablo, Raid Shadow Legends type look, or it's like super cartoony, like Seven Deadly Sins and Calibria. But Dragon Champions does a pretty decent job of having a middle ground in there. It's obviously, it's not super cartoony, and it's also not Diablo dark medieval style. So I think it's a decent middle ground, and I do like, I think it finds a good niche for the graphic style. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't really fall into either category. So I think for most players, the graphics are going to be pretty reliably likable to them. But I did pull up Friezard for a reason. In my opinion, he's one of the best champions you can kind of get in your pool when you're a newer player. So if you're going to be getting the game and kind of playing it, I recommend going after Friezard. He's definitely really good, and he pairs with the 7-day login reward that they're kind of having active on my account right now. It's going to pair well with Friezard. So definitely, if you get him, invest in him, use him. I do like the rune system as well. This is kind of you like your gear upgrades that kind of roll substats and main stats and all of that, and it's super easy to manage. You've got your north, northeast, you know, runes, the whole wheel of runes, and you can click on each one. It shows you which ones you have in that slot, and you can kind of adjust accordingly. You can farm these in many different areas of the game. Campaign mainly is where I got the bulk of mine. And it shows you down below exactly what your rune words are and exactly what they do. And the game does a decent job of kind of walking you through all the different information that you would need to kind of go over while you're playing, and especially while you're learning. And like I said, it does a good job of kind of throwing offers at you that are super cheap and allow you to progress, you know, for a relatively fair price. And I got more rewards to kind of claim here, so let's go through and do that. Obviously, like any game in this genre, you're going to want to make sure and do your achievements, your daily quests, scoop up all those free rewards. I'll kind of walk you through exactly what the battles look like. So in the campaign, you go here and you kind of pick your section, and then if you 3-star a campaign, you can actually auto battle it, which is super cool. And I like to do the stages that have the summoning tokens as part of a reward. I like to do those because you can only get 5 of them in a day. I like to smash those real quick so I can try to acquire tokens as often as I can. And then you know, after that, you can go to any level. The ones that don't have champion tokens, you can run them all the time. You can do 25, 10, whatever. Pick your auto battle amount as long as you have the tickets. Boom. They're pretty judicious about giving you auto tickets. You can see I got 4 auto tickets back. I spent 10, got 4 back. And then those are the rewards you get, the XP for your account, the coins, the gear, all that type of stuff. That's kind of how you go that route about farming. You can also battle and not use your auto tickets. Set your team, battle, and you can stick it on auto. They go all the way up to a ×4 on the speed. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Click auto. This is kind of, and then the top middle here shows you 11 out of 11. That's how many of the enemies you're gonna have to face are alive. So now you can see it's 10 out of 11. And when this gets to 0, that's when you have beaten the stage. You can go over the settings in here, kind of pick your music, your sound effects. It shows you the buffs in green and the debuffs in red above the champions. So pretty standard operating procedure, pretty easy to understand. And I do like how after you beat the stage, how they kind of sort the screen. It's pretty simple to navigate. I'll show you kind of all the stuff you can see on there. There you go. And then when you go here, it shows you what you get, and you can also pull up the stats. So you can really keep track of what your team is doing and be like, okay, Freezar is really cranking out the DPS and being my MVP. Who's healing and how much they're healing, and you can kind of see all the stats of the enemies and your squad as well. So I really like how they lay that out for you at the end of the stage. But yeah, that's kind of the introduction to Dragon Champions and kind of what it's about and showing you some of the basics. I'll be doing a couple more videos on Dragon Champions. One will probably be a beginner's guide and kind of tips and tricks and stuff for you to progress if you're going to be trying the game. And then the other video I do for this game will probably be comparing it to other games in the genre and kind of taking a deep look at how it compares in price and all sorts of different criteria of comparing games. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.